Welcome back to the Nine. Today we're reacting to this rapper writes with ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure this is about Baby Chief Do It. So let's get into it.
XXL Freshman list, BabyChiefDoIt out of Chicago. He was in an interview and admitted
Hmm.
that he be messing around with ChatGPT a little bit when it comes down to
Is this nigga really 16? If he's 16, I wonder like if it's like some type of like why does he look like a little
writing his
nigga?
songs. And this is a rapper that people mess with. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip first, and then we're gonna get into it.
Using that shit to write my lyrics, real shit.
Word, ChatGPT?
Hell yeah, that shit worked. Well, what I did was I wrote down 4 bars and I said, write me a song. And then it said, give me a start me off, some shit like that. And bro, I started him off, whatever it is. That shit, it wrote some shit. I never actually used AI before, like until then.
What made you want to do it? Like, what? You just curious?
I had posted on my notes one night. I was bored as hell. And I was like, who want to write my next song? And then this girl had replied to him, like, I would have just used ChatGPT. So I downloaded that shit. Oh, bro. And that shit is cold.
Yeah.
That's scary, though. Like, all that AI shit.
Yo, ChatGPT really need a pause on that start me off part. But this,
I don't know because I heard about this shit, but then I also heard someone say he really just meant he would like use it to what's it called? He would like use it as like a reference and then write his own shit from there. That's what I heard. But I don't know if this is really an indictment of him using ChatGPT to just solely write his music. I know niggas get very scared about the AI shit and niggas like are super jumpy about it, but I feel like overly niggas get overly tensed up about this
man,
shit.
this dude, BabyChiefDoIt, he's going up right now. This is not what you want to say
But that is a terrible look as a rapper though.
right
Like
now.
that's a terrible look. And if you ever get into a beef with niggas gonna say, yeah, you use AI to write your shit. Like that's a terrible.
In your career, because we're really
But I don't think the niggas that listen to Baby Chief Do It are gonna care that he writes his shit with ChatGPT. I don't think niggas are gonna care. It does only say that is that it does like it just cheapens music in general. It cheapens hip hop, it cheapens rap, but yeah, it just cheapens music. But it depending on how you use it, it cheapens music. If you're using it kind of like niggas would use Rhyme Zone or whatever that shit is that niggas be using as like a tool to just like get some shit to rhyme or just to, shit like that, then I can get it. But if you're dead ass using it to write, it just cheapens music as a whole. And
not at the
I can't
early
fuck with
adoption stage of AI, but when it comes to acceptance, frankly, a lot of these people are idiots. Like the first thing that someone said was, "What's the difference between this and having a writer?" I put a dunce cap on this fool. I'm not gonna highlight his comment because I don't want to shame him in front of everybody. We don't want to flog him in front of the town square. We just want to address anybody that may share in this same sentiment and let them know that they are foolish for thinking this as well. A writer is preparing a song for you. ChatGPT can't do that. This is like bouncing ideas. Like for example, and I don't even think people understand how like the basics of an LLM and what it does. Like this thing can't write a song for you. It's kind of like when people, like what Timbaland's been doing, they think that, oh dude, this person's got an AI software that makes music. They can just make crazy beats. No, you need to know what you're doing. Same thing with the image generators, a little bit different. Like there's
image generator,
a
yeah.
level of skill and knowledge.
But image generators is off of what you put into it. The AI shit is not. It's not actually AI though. Like it's really just it's just it's not. It really doesn't. I don't even think it fits the title of AI because niggas think it's like this shit that's gonna uh move on its own. It's not really that yet. A lot of this shit is just it's just programmed to like what? How do I say it? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But I hate running out of my train of thought. I hate that. What did this nigga just say?
music, they can just make crazy beats. No, you need to know what you're doing. Same thing with the image generators, a little bit different. Like there's a level
Yeah, I lost it, bro. I
of
lost it.
skill and knowledge of the software to be able to manipulate it properly, but we're not going to pretend like it's the same as music. It's more of like a taste thing. But I think this is cool because I think it's better than having a writer. Because if you have a writer,
Yeah, I think it's better for a rapper. I think it's better than having a writer if you're not using it, because you can. Let's keep it about chat. Like nigga, I can go to Chat GPT right now and ask it to write a rap. I can ask it to write a verse. It might not be good, but I can ask it to do that, and it'll do it. Um, so I don't know what he means by that, but if what I'm saying is, if he's using it as a tool, I don't think it's bad because it's a really good tool unilaterally.
well, let's talk about collaborators. I think there's collaborators, writers, and then whatever this guy's doing. We got to switch up the levels though. So the level is at the lowest, ChatGPT. A little bit higher is collaborator, and then writer. So writer is what Rihanna gets, what Robin Fenty gets. Someone brings in a track, not only just a track, but they bring in a reference track
Robin
for it, and they're like,
Fenty.
okay, you just got to hop in the booth and you just sing it like this, and then yeah, they just clone it. Which is it's not odd, but we're not even going to need that anymore. Like, they're not even going to need artists like Rihanna to pull up to the studio. They're going to have all their stuff already prepared on AI. So the person's just going to send in the reference. They're going to be like, whoa, this is a hit. Throw Rihanna's voice on it. Ship it out. Because that's exactly what could have happened with work if AI was.
Yeah, I think that cheapens music, bro, and that's why I don't like all of. I really don't. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like that. I get that's how like music works. I don't like that niggas will just like have a whole song, write a whole song, sing it for you, and then you just take it. And I don't like that. I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me. That's just a normal practice, and niggas like, yeah. For instance, like um, that's one thing I can actually like. Taylor Swift. Apparently, she writes her own shit. That's why I can show love to her because she like actually writes her shit. I feel like it's just cheap because if I'm listening to a nigga singing about, let's say, uh, his girl cheated, and he's singing about getting cheated on, it doesn't. But it's really another nigga. It's really another nigga writing about the shit, and it's another nigga's experience, and it's their vocal inflections and all this shit, and it's this person just copying the copying the song, and then they're essentially doing a cover, and then that's the released official version. I feel like that's nasty to me personally.
There back then. They would have Rihanna wouldn't have even had to record her vocals. But collaborator is kind of like when people aren't in the room together and they're not necessarily writing for each other, but someone
Yeah.
like let's say they lay down a couple of bars or like a top line and they're like, yo, I think this would sound better than that. And then you're like, yo, you know what? You're right. And then they throw in that bar and that person would get
Yeah.
a writing credit. Is that person a writer?
Or like add a snare here, or like damn, I like, what's it called? Or like damn, what rhymes with ketchup? And then a nigga will say, what does rhyme with ketchup? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what rhymes with right now.
Not really. He's just a collaborator. And then here with ChatGPT, I think he's just, Baby Chief Do It is just organizing his ideas or getting inspiration. So if he's like, yo, I want a song to start like this, but I'm not sure what direction I can take it after. And then it gives him a bunch of different options. He's like, oh, no, this is trash. This is trash. Actually, let me take this. Let me move this around. And then let me wrap it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But
Yeah.
the majority of people don't like AI right now. So you don't want to say that. It's just going to be used against you.
Yeah.
I would have said, like, yo, do
It's
not
just
let
bad
this come out.
publicity.
Please don't. And the dude's a young buck, too. I think he's, 17, 18? He's still in the teens, like maybe even 19. So I don't think but this just goes to show we're going to have some
Definitely not no fucking 19, nigga. I'm 19.
absolute savages when it comes to like these young bucks. that are actually into music in general that are going to be able to use these software.
Maybe he got that Benjamin Button shit.
I think it's going to be more competitive. Like, average music is going to be gone. Like, you need to be friggin' making amazing stuff to compete in the near future,
Yeah.
which it really just means a better product. But the reason why I
That's
say this guy
facts.
shouldn't use it is, first, you need a smash hit that everybody loves. That's a number one. And then you're like, yeah, by the way, like, I use ChatGPT to write that. Now, you do that if you want to ruin your career, to be honest.
Yeah.
But at that point, the cognitive dissonance kicks in on such another level that a person won't, they're going to start to justify it for themselves. They're going to be like, well, nah, like, like he just used it for a couple of bars, and nah, he just used it for inspiration, because they've already committed. They already love the song. It's just like Nav. Like, for example, Nav, everybody loved him already, or his music at least. And then when they found out he was Indian, they were like, shoot, okay, they're just going to keep messing with the music. But had Nav come out first, they would have
Where has Nav been?
just dismissed him. They wouldn't have even listened to the music. And even if the music was decent, they would have found a reason to say that it sucked simply because he was Indian. And this is the thing. People would lie to themselves and say, nah, I would have messed with Nav anyway. You think they're lying. No, they're lying to themselves, because I know that you would not have messed with Nav, because there's no other reason that 30 plus years there hasn't been another Indian rapper. You're telling me an Indian rapper wasn't making good enough music to get on in the 30 plus years where hip hop was commercially viable? Come on now. Let's be real here. So Nav did it right. He was like, yo, I'm going to stay invisible till I get in, and then y'all guys are going to just have to accept me. Same thing that what's going to happen with AI. We're going to have an AI artist made with a song made with AI software. People are going to fall in love with it. It's going to be a smash hit, and then it's going to be revealed, and then that's going to cause people to accept it. They're going to be like, damn, well, I mean, it's a good song, right? That's what you have to do. You can't say, yo, I'm making this with AI, because people already have this connotation of AI that it's terrible. But this is an interesting way that this guy's using it. I don't know. It is creating a lot of discussion in the comment section as well. Like, some people are like, yo, they just like the honesty. And this is the thing. If you're allowed to use this, for example, I don't think people have a problem with them using this for work. I don't think people have a problem with them using this for, let's say, an outline, right? Like, let's say somebody wants to write a song. And this is where I
Yeah, because
think,
even in school, niggas, I'm in school right now, right? My nigga, English teacher will say, okay, or most English, well, okay, the English teachers that I've dealt with has, like, in the recent years, um, they'll say, okay, you can use, or professors, I'm not in, like, grade school. The professors will say, the professors that I've dealt with will say, you can use AI if you're using it in a certain way, and you clarify, like, damn, I need to, like, clear my thoughts. Okay. They'll say it's okay to use AI if you they'll say it's okay to use AI if you're using it to think of ideas or shit like that, just brainstorming or just specific things. If you're not using it just to write the whole shit, because then that's plagiarism, right? But if you're using it in certain ways, niggas will be okay with it. I think it should apply the same way here.
having a
It
vision
only makes the product better, and it's not necessarily taking away artistic integrity, because it's still your ideas, and you're just like a tool to help form it, you know?
like, for example, Ye, right? Ye is more of a curator, tastemaker than he is, well, he is a producer, certainly.
Yeah, because for instance, Kanye, a lot of the beat, like, he's not necessarily, or Cardi, for instance, niggas will credit him for his beat selection, but picking beats, right? Niggas will credit niggas for beat selection. You're literally just picking the beat, you didn't make it. Even for Kanye, a lot of the shit he's doing, he's not necessarily making every single beat, but we credit him for his musical genius because he's picking the right beats from a bunch of producers, and then he puts his name on it and shit, you know. Uh, yeah. The same shit applies to even, what's his name? I think Babyface from back in the day, like Motown and shit. Yeah,
I'm not taking that away from him, but I'm saying the role that he plays. He's like, okay, we need to have this many producers and these writers, and I'm going to take this verse from this song, and I'm going to take this beat, and I'm going to piece them together. And DJ Khaled is a little bit of this as well. except apparently for Drake, when Drake just hands DJ Khaled songs. I won't ever find out that information. Oh, no, I should never say I won't ever. It will be very difficult for me to ever find out that type of information. But what I'm saying is, if somebody's a good songwriter, I think that makes it even better. So, like, let's say Baby Chief Dude is like, yo, I'm trying to write songs on these different topics that I just experienced, and I went through this, and this. How should I structure this? So then it's an assistant. It helps the guy out. It's not writing the song for him. The song is still based on his experience. It's still his words, and it's still performed by him. But I just think this is like a knee-jerk gut reaction to it right now, especially the intersection between AI and art. And I understand a lot of the reasoning and apprehension that people have towards it, but it's not going anywhere. And I think this is a healthy use of it by BabyChiefDoIt. And he's the first person that we've seen admit it. And if he's the first person that we've seen admit it, that means there's other people doing it. Because you can't just try to write a song. This is why when people are like, what's the difference between having a writer? Yeah, try and write a song with this thing and see how it comes out. Or try to have it write a song for you.
Yeah, it's not
gonna
be good. Like, this shit is not good at all at creative shit. Unless you're guiding it very, very.
It's going to sound like a nursery rhyme. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the
If you fuck with the video, you know what to do, bro. Like and subscribe, bro. We going to 1K. We going Cloud9 on niggas.